Welcome back, everybody. This is Brother Mutant here. Today we're going to continue on our journey on Pillars of Eternity 2. We've come off my last episode. Just got done checking out the dig site. We got our new partner here, Aloth, with us. And we're getting ready to head back to report on our findings. Actually, there was one thing, though, that I wanted to look at. What was that? Odorissi's notes. There it is. Odorissi's notes, acquired from his corpse, are a dense collection of jargon and diagrams. They allude to mechanical and chemical processes used to treat Adro while it is refined into powder. These notes would doubtless be of interest to those working directly with luminous Adra. Right on. Alright, we're doing well with stuff. We gotta start selling some stuff off here. I'll make sure that we got something for everybody here. Find a... His Keybreaker Scepter is actually a pretty decent scepter. And if we wanted to enchant it, we could make it fine. Let's check out this tutorial real quick here. Enchanting. Unique with the gold border weapons, armor and shields can be enchanted to further increase their potency. Each enchanting recipe requires a number of specific ingredients. When you have the ingredients perform an enchantment on an item, it will display a plus in the upper left corner of the item's icon. Continue. Alrighty. So we actually have everything that we need. That's why you see the plus over here. We also have this one. Let's take a look at this. Lost leather armor. We make it fine leather armor as well. I gotcha. Anything else we got going on for us? Shoti's lantern. Yeah, looks like we can turn anything into fine. Increasing its deflection capabilities. Or in this case, fine quality increases the damage, accuracy, and penetration. Now that might be totally worth it. She's not our best fighter though. Saints Armor, what's he got going on for him? +1 armor rating. Gladiator sword. Ooh, sharpened blade. Moves corroded blade, +1 penetration. Oh, okay. So corroded blade's a penalty that we have on this one, right? So corroded blade has -1 penetration. We sharpen the blade, basically we get rid of the corroded blade and we get +1 penetration as well. So instead of it being -1, it's +1. That's basically like saying a +2. I'm down with that. I am totally down with that. That makes me extremely happy. Alright, their penetration. Okay. Yes. Now let's get to town, shall we? Alright, now let's see. We needed to make sure to turn in the mission, Odorissi's notes, and we wanted to see if we could figure out how to get to all these different, what do you call them, pillars of Adra. So if we can find those, that's the path that Aethys is taking, right? At least that's the idea. Let's see if there's something up here. Let's see. Oh, fresh fruit. Yep. Over here. I wish they had a quick travel button on here, like you do when you're in town. But sadly, no. Well, it looks like something's there, but I know that's just where we chop the trees down to get through the area. Birdies. Alright, we are headed up to here. Ooh, so we got a boat coming this way as well. Hey there. Something we have yet to get, so maybe we'll get that today. That'll be nice. Alright, Fort Mage, and we want to go to the Governor Clario's estate, right? You. Fast travel, at least to get to the place you're going in town, is kind of a nice addition to the game, I think. Though you don't have to, like, enter from the street level and have to find your way back to it. You can just say, oh, I want to go to this guy's place. It's very useful. So far we have a paladin, a fighter rogue, we have a straight up priestess, and now I believe we picked Aloth to be wizard. Was that right? Yeah, straight up level 4 wizard. Very nice. Whoa, hey, go with the team, buddy.
I'll take care of this.
No, you won't. You come back in here. And we are not stealing on this playthrough anyway, because we're good people.
What can I do for you?
I have information for you about the dig site.
At last, Belfetto, tell me please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw that same destruction Aethys wreaked on Cadnua. Odorisi is dead, along with all of your animators.
I see. And the work? Odorisi's notes? Was there nothing of his research?
Clario's gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipation. I'm not a lying type on this playthrough. Give him the notes. I found these.
You did. Gods be kind.
Clario takes the bundle of notes from you with barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he is flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages. You have lost an item, Odorisi's notes.
Perfetto. Perfetto! We are saved!
Clario lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up with you with a toothy grin. Grin he hides soon after beneath a cough and a look of some regret. Yeah, apparently he didn't realize that we were staring at him.
That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
Oh, I bet you would, buddy. He folds the papers once again and sets his hands over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Aethys, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
Yeah. I do not turn from my duty. This is based on my paladin ability.
No. That much has been made very plain to me. So be it.
Aloth tenses his fingers and smiles. Well, let's see. Intellect. Aethys is using the outer pillars as an energy source. If I can find more, I can find him.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here. Why everyone is here, in truth. The Valiant Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there, at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
Who are the Kahanga?
The most powerful tribe in the region, now that Onekaza II has united a host of them under her rule. Ikawa would disagree, but then Ikawa contents herself with a spit of land and a handful of followers.
Then that's where I'm going next.
And for that, you need your ship. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Thank you for the help.
Bompiaco. It is only right, after all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead. Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valiant Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Nekataka, and the company always appreciates good help.
Valiant Trading Company, right on. That's the company we're trying to get hitched up with because they know where all the Adra pillars are at, right? So that makes sense for us. And we already found notes that said that they're looking for someone like a Watcher because we can specifically point out the best veins of souls. It's creepy as all hell. Oh, but a level up sounds sweet to me. Let's do that real quick before we head out of town. Let's start with Aloth first. The Veins of Eora. Quest update. Locate more pillars of luminous Adra. Reach the city of Nekataka. Alright, Aloth. He's an Arcanist. And I'm doing pretty good myself with a 3, but he's a straight up whiz, so maybe we'll just make him an Arcanist. Make sure everyone's got athletics, of course. Passive skills. History, metaphysics. Yeah, he's gonna be our metaphysics guy probably too. Next. 2 abilities. Oh, gotta love this. Alright, level 3. What we got here? Arcane Dampener. Basically a dispel magic ability for short-term effects. Not bad, not bad. Displaced Image. self-buff, deflection, reflexes, incoming hits converted to grazes, deflection or reflex only for 45 seconds. That's a big one. Illusions, that's pretty nice. Ringer's repulsive visage. Cast food comes nightmare's mask, running, blah blah blah. Terrified and sickened. Foe AoE, gotta love that. Doesn't have much in the way of range. 1.5 meter radius from caster, so basically when they get around me, I can scare the piss out of everybody. That's not bad, but I don't want to get that close. Constant's Draining Touch. So weapon Constant's Draining Touch. The caster's hand becomes a toxic parasite causing corrosive damage to the next target. Those are attacked, weakening it and converting its life force to the caster's health. Think of this as, for those of you who follow my Neverwinter Nights 2 LP, this would be probably like Vampiric Touch. Would be the best way of thinking of this one. Scale weapon. Action damage penetration increases the wielder's level. Nice. Not bad damage, no less. Penetration's okay. Pretty quick attack time. 20% of damage dealt with this weapon restores health to the wielder, and then be touched by the spells afflicted 0 negative energy. And I keep this one on me for what? Once? Being that it's a summon, it seems weird that it's a summon, and it's only like a one-hit wonder. Arduous delay of motion. Alters position time for the enemies in the area that lowering their action. A slow spell, basically. What else we got? No, we already looked at that one. This one is Noxious Burst. Poison Cloud. Noxious Cloud, same difference. Counters anti. I have to look into this counters ability. And obviously, if you get the effect on you where you're sick, an antidote will clear it. But I see a lot of spells where it's like, oh, fire spell. Counters are frost and water. What does that mean? Do I slap a cold spell on my character to make it go away, or I don't know yet. I need to figure that out. Let's see, expose vulnerabilities, interrupt. Gotta love that. Great for screwing over casters. But it's actually versus will, which is something they probably got. Minus armor, minus deflection, though. Gotta love all that. And it's an AoE effect, so that's kind of nice. Good range too. 10 meters seems to be the standard. So anything that's 10 meters or better is pretty good distance from us. What's this one? Deleterious Allocating Emotion. Basically a haste spell, but it lowers your health as you use it. Minor Blight. Now this one seems odd in that it causes burn, freeze, corrode, or shock damage to anyone caught in the area of effect. And you basically throw them, balls of energy, basically, at the enemy. So it's like little time bombs that go off. Now how you decide what it is, I do not know. But maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's something that I'd be interested in. Oh, scaling weapon accuracy, damage and penetration increase with level. Yep. Full target on 1.3 meter radius. Well, that could be something that's dangerous though, because that could hit our team. So we have to be careful of those. Bounding missiles. Now we're talking. 3 missiles that each pierce through the target and then leap to additional targets. Mine. Crackling bolt, basically a lightning bolt spell. Bounces up to 4 times. Gotta love that. Here's our fireball spell. Gotta get one of those eventually, if not sooner. We might want some control or some protection. Arcane Veil could be a good one for us. We don't have anything other than, was it Spirit Shield? Wizard-wise, what we got over here? Bears Fortitude, boring. Snake's Reflexes, also boring. Combat Focus. Gain concentration at the start of each combat. Now that might be worthwhile. This one literally is just, as soon as the fight starts, you have concentration. Which means the first chance that they have to peel that off of me, I can still cast my spell, because concentration falls off, and then you don't get interrupted because of that. So that's not bad. Bull's Wheel, what else we got over here? Well, we picked One-Handed Style, just so I can have some damage, probably, more than anything. 2 weapons, so I do that. I got that for free. There are some good spells in the lower tier still, too. Now, for those of you that are interested, Thrust or Tattered Veils is a good veil-piercing spell, so for those that have, like, the Arcane Veil, that's what we're talking about. There is a good Chill Fog is a decent spell. I've been toying around with a different build on a different save file. That's not bad. If you want to get into melee, Parasitic Staff is seems to be okay. Jolting Touch is okay. So is Combusting Wound and Consult's Corrosive Siphon. This one's particularly nice because it's an AoE and it's faux AoE, so it's slap it down and hurts everybody in the area of effect. That's a bad guy. It's not a ton of damage, but again, better than not having any. Arcane Veil would be pretty nice. Rolling Flame seems to suck for me, so I don't particularly like it. Ray of Fire, on the other hand, is pretty good, and so is Blinding Web, kind of like a web spell. slows everybody down in the area effect, including your team, so that's kind of a problem. But if you have a high reflex, you can get away from it, so that's nice. You know, thieves and stuff like that. And I can port across with specific types of spells. Well, I really need a spell that's tier 3, because otherwise I'm wasting my time, right? I picked one, I thought, though, didn't I? Oh, yeah, I picked this one. It just didn't highlight it yet, because I haven't saved it, I guess. So we have one already that's tier 3, and I'm okay with having just one in tier 3, because that just means that that's what I'll focus my fires on. And that's cool with me, because that's a really good spell. Again, good range, jumps to the multiple targets, so it's hits and hits and hits again, potentially. It's kind of nice. Aim, aware. Perception, 50 degrees, ooh, nice. Right on. So basically an inspiration. And I really want that chill fog. Oh, you can't forget Slicken. Slicken's another classic. Boy, I think I really need to get something in the lower level. I think chill fog is going to be it. Let's see, I have Crusher, Corrode. I don't even know why I picked this one. It must have came with the character. Necrotic Lance, which is acid, so corrosive. Picking this one, which is what, Pierce? Yeah, Pierce would be piercing damage. Yeah. So I need something that's a different type of damage than what I'm already using. So cold would be okay, fire would be okay. Fireball wouldn't hurt me, but again, it's one of the tier 3 ones I don't have many of them. Ray of Fire. This one's good / dangerous in that a beam sets up between you and your target, and anyone between the beam takes fire damage, which is fine as long as it's not your team. So you just have to be real careful your team's not in the way. Obviously, you pick the farthest target away from you and hope that multiple bad guys are in between you so that they get all sizzled up a little bit. Probably a big aggro magnet, so I probably don't want to go that route. Let's look at this one more time. Ooh, blinded. Yep, alright, we got a winner. We're taking that one. Alright. He's got all his stuff. Shoti, come here, hot stuff. What you got for me? Alright, active skills. She is our alchemist. She is our religion expert by and large. Is there anything else we need? Insight, intimidate. Oh, diplomacy wouldn't be horrible. Bluff. Yeah, he's going to be our bluff master probably. She's not very streetwise. I'm okay with that. Survival. Our survival is actually doing pretty good for itself. Let's give her a little metaphysics. That now gives us a plus. Pretty happy with that. Alright, she has 2 abilities that she can pick. This is just like our last guy. Oh, she gets this for free, of course, too, because she's a priest. They always get their one in their god's favor, which is really nice. Vile Thorns. Yes, please. AoE pierce damage. If successful, sickened. Nice. So it does deflect, actually versus deflection, and then after that, actually versus fortitude. So a poison. So this is kind of like a briar patch spell. Antidote is a counter. I'm assuming that's for the sicken effect. It is a cone. 2.5 meter, 90-degree cone. Good penetration. Teammate not friendly. I have to be real careful of that. Withdrawal has actually been pretty helpful on my other LP, right? LP, my other save file. But not as helpful as I would have liked. Prayer for the spirits. Smart. +5 intellect. So basically that's a, what do you call that spell? Not Eagle Splendor, that's the pretty one. Fox's Cunning? Fox's Cunning type of spell. Warding Seal. Ooh, Hazard AoE. It sounds like a trap. That's what that sounds like to me, like you're slapping down an actual trap. Duration, yeah, long duration. So this is your ability to set up a trap. Generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes into contact with it, inflicting shock damage and interrupting. Kind of like slap that down and run around the corner. That could be kind of cool. Watchful Presence. AoE health restored. Kind of do that. And Dire Blessing. Friendly strengthens allies in battle, grants them the aware inspiration. Is that the same as our blessing up here? Oh, that's insightful. +5 perception. How does that differ from this one? And 30% grazes to hit. Yeah, okay, so basically, if I had a choice to get rid of something, I'd get rid of blessing and grab this one. Dire blessing. Consecrated ground. Health restorer per second. For 20 seconds. Unless circle of healing to regenerating here. Oh, let's do a little consecrated ground. That sounds cool. Despondent blows. Foe AoE. -15 actually for melee attacks. Using a crit converted hits. I kind of like that. Less likely they'll crit on us, but Divine Mark does burn damage, deflection, penalty. And it marks target for retribution, so converting to long deflection. I kind of dig that. Range ain't great. But burn damage is nice. But she already has some burn stuff, right? So what else can we slap on here? Warding seal. We might want to play with that warding seal, but let's take a look at this other layer. Prayer for the body. That's fit. Pulsing seal. Puts a mouse on the floor. Sometimes he's sprawling on contact, cause him become prone. Again, another type of magical trap spell. Holy meditation, resolute, concentration, +5 resolve. Kind of cool. Spiritual weapon. Summon a sickle. Summon weapon lantern for 30 seconds. Was a divine weapon to your deity and powered by your faith. Let's check that out. Kind of dig the fact that I have my own spiritual weapon. That sounds cool. Alright. Dare, your turn, buddy boy. Alright. Again. He's our mechanic. He's our ability to pick traps and stuff. But we did want to get his stealth up, because our stealth is kind of sucking right now. So his stealth's a little bit better. Party assist wise, he's at 4. Why he's at 3 when it's clearly at 2? I'm assuming he has a background feat. Passive skills. He's going to be our bluffer, right? Because he's very good at survival. Our survival effects are real good. Streetwise is not bad as well. So he's streetwise, survival / bluff. Let's get his bluff up. There we go. Choose an ability for one class. Oh, that sucks. So we can either pick one for rogue or one for fighter. Now he already has a level 2 ability in fighter. That doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot. Because Into the Fray can be pretty decent. Full target, 5-meter pull. The fighter lunges through the battle, pulling an enemy into immediate melee range. Cause crush damage, leaving them dazed. That sounds pretty damn good to me. Very fast cast time as well, and 0 recovery time. So it's just basically like yanks the target to him. However, we also have these things. Unhinged style, confident aim, 30% greater converted hits with proficient weapons. Fires iron, ooh, dig that, yeah, you know. Determination. Ooh, see, here's why you go fighter too. All defense against intellect affliction, perception affliction, constitution affliction. And it's always on. That's pretty nice. This one here, shield +6 shield deflection bonus also applies to reflex. Nice. 2 weapon style, 2 handy style. Now, while there's all kinds of good gravy in here, and the passives are amazing for fighters too. The rogue is missing out on his abilities. Use things like smoke veil. Makes himself invisible for a short period of time. Obviously, that's to get the hell away. He's untargetable, and you can start attacking stuff. What's this one? Blinding strike. Full attack blinds the target. After reflexes, so blinded, they basically has a huge penalty to the guys. And 2 weapon style, weapon and shield, 1-handed style. So I have this one, dirty fighting. Cruiser hits into critical hits, 10%. That's not bad. So let's get back to that fighter. What was that one? 20% hits converted to crits with weapons. Confident through grazes converted to hits. I'd rather have that. That sounds pretty good to me. Well, alright. There you go, beastie. My turn. Alright. So again, we are an athletic / arcana person. There's other people that have better arcana than me, so grabbing something else would not make me unhappy. Let's get a little sleight of hand for some team support. Passive skills, bluff, we already know he's got that. The diplomat so far of the team. But we're doing real well in diplomacy. Let's get that up a little more. Diplomacy is probably the way we're going to go as a paladin. Level 3, and I get 2, which is awesome sauce. Alright, I have Sworn Rival or Brand Enemy. Let's take a look at both those, shall we? So it's an either or. I gotta pick one or the other if I go that route. Mark the enemy as the focus of the Paladin's Righteous Fury, granting a damage bonus against the target until combat end. The target goes down. Sworn Rival. If the rival is defeated, the zeal cost is refunded. Nice. Self +1 of each Paladin resource. Full target mark. Burn damage. While the brand lasts, the enemy will take burn damage over time. Now I like that. Auto damage. Yes, sir. See how that one's now locked and I can't pick it. So I'd have to pick that one or the other. Now what's this? Eternal Devotion from our Flames of Devotion. Or Shared Flames. That sounds sexy. Flames of Devotion. After use, Paladin's attack temporarily receive bonus burn damage. Cool, cool. Basically, it's like a persist ability for 15 seconds after. So basically, you hit them once with a big fire attack, like an attack plus fire, excuse me, and then afterwards you have still some more burn damage added to your weapon. That's nice. Shared Flames. So what does this do? Shared Flames. Nearby allies receive a small version of the Flames effect. Ooh. Team support. Love paladins, man, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, and of course our greater lay on hands versus our hands of light. See what I'm saying? You really got to be careful with what you're picking. This is just trippy. So prevents death when cast on other allies. Gotta like that. Right, so what's this? How's that different? Hands of light. Same. Ally target 20 health, 3 for 5. Can I die for 4 seconds? Oh, courageous. Here it is. You give concentration, +5 resolve, cannot be interrupted. Gotta like that. In this case, constitution, armor rating, and health restored. Oh, greater lay on hands better for healing. This one's better for casting. That's interesting. Which do I prefer? Of course, we have Glorious Beacon. Bathe yourself in holy light, blinding enemies in the immediate area. Faux AoE blind. Gotta love that too. Gives me stuff to do. Well, we got Bull's Will, Bear's Fortitude, Snake's Reflexes, Combat Focus. Again, concentration at the start. You can't dismiss it. Aegis of Loyalty. Attack targets once scoring a hit with an attack immunity to intellect affliction attacks. Paladin's melee attacks remove charm, confuse, and dominate afflictions from party members. Oh no, yeah, I'm getting that. We'll have to save up for that Hands of Light one or the Greater Lay on Hands one. But yeah, this I've heard about this one. This one literally, there's a spot in the game where there's a lot of charmed or confused effects or dominated effects that go off, and these are basically like 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, where they would literally start fighting their own teammates. And if I just start wailing on the bad guys, it starts purging my team of those afflictions. Just kick ass. Well, alright. That was amazing. And while we haven't done a whole heck of a lot, I'm very pleased with the progress so far today. This video's probably gone on long enough, but we'll see if we can get to the boat. From there, I'll probably call it quits for the day before we get on to the open seas on the next episode.
Indeed.
Alright guys, bunch of hollbutts. Before we leave town, we should probably check our journal real quick just to make sure there wasn't something else we needed to do here. Lanes Viora, reach the Nekataka, that's our new one. Stranded, return to the beach. This one's already finished, as the fact that it's highlighted or grayed out, so to speak. I wish they'd have that a little more grayed out. Or a different color, like green, perhaps, to let you know that it's done. But whatever. Oh, this is our new one, Veins of Iori. Aethys is drawing essence from the pillars of luminous otter in the region. Whatever he needs to do with all this power, tracking down these pillars may be the only way to pick up his trail. Reach the city of Nekataka. Many have come to the Huana city of Nekataka to seek their fortunes in luminous Adra. If anyone knows where any large pillars of note may be found, I'm likely to find them there. Agreed. Well, alright. Let's do this, guys. Town on foot. I haven't visited the other village that was north, or the back to the slums. I don't know what you'd even call it, where those criminals were at that we convinced to help out short term. I don't know if I want to go. Oh, have I not been here? Burial site. You come upon an ancient site once used for sky burials. On a large stone slab is a scattering of old kith bones and a collection of urns of various sizes. Search the location. Take some time to search the burial site. 4 hours pass. You find a wardstone nestled among the offerings. You have gained an item, Sigil of Pain wardstone, that was put into your stash. You need a Sigil of Pain attacks. Okay, guys. Keep searching the location. You need any poking around the burial site for anything useful? 3 hours pass. Find a weapon beside the remnants. Hatchet. Nothing fancy. You gain an item hatchet. That was put in your stash. Keep searching. Continue poking around. 2 hours have passed. Find nothing valuable. Keep searching. And 2 hours later, you find a charming trinket wrapped in a ring of minor deflection. Oh, hell yeah. Keep searching. 4 hours pass. Nothing of value. You remnants. Alright, that's everything. Well, alright. I'll take that. Ring of minor protection at least. That's worth it. And it looks like we got a kick-ass charm. Alright. Relario's Rest. Was the boat here, or was the boat back in the town? Oh, I may have screwed that up. Well, we wanted to come back here anyway because we wanted to see our friends. Oh, no, here we go. Cool lead.
Good, you are here. Clario has made good on his promise. We are making ready to free your ship.
Akawa gestures toward your vessel, where a motley group of Wana and Valian workers race to and fro.
I say still that you are fortunate. The ship was nearly lost, but it will float. For how long, I cannot say. You will wish to find a friendly port with some speed, I think.
Do you know where Nekataka is?
So you will go to the great Kahanga city as well. You must sail north for some time, and then a little east. Take care in Nekataka, outsider. It will close its jaws around you, and you will never notice.
Ominous.
Come. We will see your Defiant out to sea.
Quest completed, stranded. Oh man, I got a big ass hole in my ship. Achievement unlocked, a sailor's life, 2 blessings gained. What are the blessings? What is this stuff? I have to read up on that.
We should address the matter of our ship's resources before we get underway.
Ammunition supply gained 8. Ammunition supply gained 12. Repair supply gained 7. Alright, so this is what we got here. We have an injured crewman. Morale is 68. It's not horrible. 50. We got food. We got water. We got minimal medicine. Minimal ammunition. Okay, repair supplies. Okay.
It saddens me to inform you that we lost several crew and most of our provisions during the storm. However, Port Margé appears to be well supplied, and I expect the recent disaster has left several sailors in want of a ship. I suggest we contract for additional supplies and crew before we return to open water, or our voyage may indeed be a short one.
Well, alright. Ship-to-ship combat. Let's do this real quick. In Deadfire, not every ship on the sea is friendly. Hostile ships can attempt to engage you in ship-to-ship combat. Yeah, we're getting all kinds of tasks here. During ship combat, distance and orientation to the enemy are vital to your success. That's what this is here. 600 meters. That's the other ship, how they're facing me, how we're facing them. Distance determines if the enemy is in range of your cannons, or if you are in range of theirs. Orientation determines what cannons, if any, you can fire. So basically, are they on the port side or the starboard side? As well as how easily your ship may be hit. Turning your side to the enemy may allow you to fire the most cannons, but it makes you an easier target. Each ship must maintain its sails and hull. Damaged sails limit the speed of a ship. If a hull is destroyed, the ship will sink. A ship's cannons are also limited by how much ammunition the ship is carrying. Kind of obvious. Board. Let's see. When two ships get close to each other, they can board or ram. Boarding locks the two ships together and transitions to a deck-to-deck fight between the two ship crews. I've seen that before. That's cool. A ramming attack does damage to the hulls of both ships. If one does not sink, the battle transitions to a deck-to-deck battle. Okay. Once you have victoriously sunk the other ship or defeated them in deck-to-deck combat, you can plunder what remains. Plunder typically includes ship resources, treasure, and occasionally the unique triumph of a noteworthy enemy captain. Coins can be shared with the crew to improve morale, and triumphs are always flown from your ship's rigging. Badass. Basically, their standard, their flag, if you will, is flown saying, "Hey, we kicked your ass, you suck, we win." Yeah, I've seen this before too on other videos. Other people have done a lot of really good stuff out there. Carnage does a great job and has finished the game, if I'm not mistaken, already. And he does a pretty decent job figuring out how to do this stuff. So I may have to delve into his videos just to make sure I understand combat. Hey, whoa, where are you going? I want to click on that. You know what? Pause it. Yeah, we're not allowed to. Nekataka. So if I pick Nekataka, yeah, there we go. I can literally sail to Nekataka. Come on now. Wow, that's far away. I want to get to my boat. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. Where are you? Okay. Oh yeah, because I paused it. Oh, thank God. Come on. Yeah. Boo. Well, looks like we're going to our first ship battle. As the fight leaves Port Maji behind, you casually observe dozens of other ships coming and going, mostly fishing and trade vessels. One craft stands out. And opposing to How, replete with cannons, crests into view across the defiant starboard bow. Ports left, start right. Okay. The flag raised high atop its sails signifies a wish to parley. However, the dhow approaches at an aggressive speed, citizen that may not be easily turned away. Face your pursuer, attempt to outrun the dhow, do nothing. Wow. Not much in the way of choices. No, she's been hurt. Okay. Face your pursuer head on. You spin the ship's wheel counterclockwise. The ship swings round quickly, disturbing a gull resting on the foremast. The bird voids a white spot on the deck as a sign of its disapproval. Even out the wheel and bear straight towards the dhow. The distance closes quickly, and soon the massive dhow's hull rolls in the waves beside your ship. Boarding planks emerge and are quickly cast onto your ship, along with shouts from its crew notifying you that their captain will be boarding. Several well-armed men cross the planks, their eyes watching every inch of your ship. The crowd parts open to make way for their captain, a tall, well-dressed man. He peers at you with one impeccably groomed eyebrow raised. Following behind the captain and in stark contrast rides an unkempt Orlin. A pair of pistol grips protrude from his belt and casually twirls a stocky firearm round his index finger. His shaggy face, framed by long cobalt blue hair and a wildly braided cerulean beard, makes the crooked smirk he directs at you seem almost sinister. Okay, this is trippy. I was kind of hoping to cut the video, but I guess we're going to get into a fight here, folks. Let's see what this is about.
Ado, Water of Gadno. On behalf of the Principes and Patrina, I must request we meet in parley.
The broad-shouldered captain tilts his chin in greeting. When he smiles, his left cheek divots a shallow dimple. Oh. Request not even get off my shit. No. You have my attention.
Agrasima. I will make this quick.
He flourishes a courtly bow.
I have heard some marvelous tales regarding your ventures in the Deerwood. In fact, you are the first dragon slayer I have ever met, outside of a grave.
Well, thank you.
Some fools would seek to make a fortune by pilfering from one such as you.
Mm-hmm.
He's done his research. Might as well hear him out.
On the captain's words, you hear a faint but insistent buzzing. It blooms, overwhelming Ferrante's voice, drowning out all else around you. No one else seems to notice. A vision. Thunder cracks between your ears, and you glimpse a different sun-shot sea behind your eyes. What is this? Resolve. Fight against it. Ooh, you shudder your mind, reinforcing your inner self, rejecting the invading spirit. The vision passes, leaving you blinking on the deck of the Defiant, looking into Ferrante's face. He raises an eyebrow.
I believe you have met such a fool. Captain Benweth of the Drake.
Despite the gravity of his words, he smiles grandly, and the dimple cuts deeper into his left cheek. Oh, Cypher. Oh, that's what this jerk is, huh? Oh, he's probing my mind. I know the Cypher's handiwork when I feel it. Tell yours to stay out of my head. The Blue Orland's mouth falls open. Yeah, that's right, smart guy.
Voxen of Ubilnet Merla. Careful, ship hunter. Mind that you do not confuse a useful skill set for a non-expendable one.
Ferrante glares at Seraphin. That must be this guy. The Orland steps back, blinking away the rebuke, and peers at you, probing. His yellow-green eyes narrow, unfocused, as if trying to remember something. Then the captain turns a warm smile back to you. He's kind of pissy.
My apologies. Rest assured, it will not happen again.
Mm-hmm.
Apologies, Captain. Didn't mean it, really. We're up all night, you know, searching out our friend here.
He looks to you.
You've been at sea a while. Your mind starts playing tricks on you, eh? Well, mine plays tricks on others, too. Usually don't mean much. Maybe see a bit of shadow, hear a bit of tune. Not less a person sensitive. Like, say, a watcher.
He winks. Oh, he knows. Oh, I remember the Drake.
Gelarde. Then that should make this easy. I am keen to show my rascal of a compatriot some much-needed humility. I thought perhaps you may care to as well.
For Auntie's, for do my job for me, friend. Hope you don't die in the effort.
The rogue words flit through your thoughts like darters, not quite your own, but not entirely unlike your own either. Where might I find Captain Benwith? Say I wanted to teach him a lesson.
Benweth's Drake took damage during the storm. Eventually, he will need to dock for repairs, and when he does, Seraphin can find him for you.
Ferrante flourishes a hand toward the Orland at his side. Oh, we're getting a buddy.
He is rather an unrefined creature, but he is a most skilled ship hunter, I assure you.
Right on.
Unrefined? Begging your pardon, Captain, but I'd be the fucking model of the gentleman of fortune.
The Orland scoffs.
As for Benwith, that sucker of squid tits be as predictable as the tide. I'd wager all my furriest bits that he'd set sail for Deadlight.
Right on.
That would be felicitous indeed, as I believe the traitor Remaro hides there as well. I quite enjoy killing two men with a single bullet.
Right on.
Wouldn't have even thought of it if you hadn't brought it up, sir.
Yet you feel a surge of anger that's not your own. Seraphin spins towards you and bows again.
Now, I ain't hardly in any hurry to leave the fine company of the gentlemen of leisure, but the captain be right about me finding your mark. Adding to that, you sail into Fort Deadlight not knowing your innies from your outies. You might very well find the locals cannon fucking your boat to sodden splinters.
He grins broadly. Welcome aboard, Seraphin.
Oh, you won't be regretting this, Watcher. At least so long as you keep us heavy in grog and light on the onions. Ugh, them dirty shit apples ain't never agreed with me, and I'll be suspecting they never will.
He pats his belly as he strides to your side.
He's not sleeping near my berth, I promise you that much.
Apparently he gets the squirts. Nice.
I sail now for Dunwich, my own safe port. I will await you there, should you be successful in schooling our wayward captain.
And I will. Well, alright. Oh, look at this. We got a choice. He's a Cypher, a Barbarian, or a Cypher-Barbarian combo. I think... So, I've heard... No, I don't know if this is true. I have heard that Cyphers are, by and large, usually better as a combo class. However, I would really like to see what Tier 9 Cypher abilities can do. So, if he's going to be someone that stays with us, I want him to be a Cypher straight away. Well, alright. Looks like we got a party. Okay. Alright, with that, my name is Brother Mutant. Please like, subscribe, comment down below, tell your friends, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye now.